Hades 5k hype. Get in the bin.
Hey guys, this is Hades. That was my two biggest supporters as I've been doing this these last 5 weeks building my YouTube channel. So I wanted to say a massive thank you. I've got over 5k subscribers overnight, and yeah, I've had really good sort of feedback in the last few weeks around the videos and the sort of different content that I'm putting out. Yeah, really pleased. I guess before I get into the giveaway and the details of that, which is going to come soon, there's a number of my YouTubers that I follow that all kind of give different angles on this game, different perspectives, and just wanted to call a few out really. So, Stu Gaming, really good, does a load of work with kind of rares and uncommons, and yeah, puts out some really interesting content. Salt is Mr. Efficiency in the game, really interesting videos as well. Very different to anyone else actually, I'd say, in the game in terms of the way he kind of puts his perspective on some of the content that's coming out, some of the events that are running. Really interesting. You got Brad, runs by the name of Chosen. Again, really good. Gives good perspective on the way that any kind of new releases come out, any new champions come out. Very knowledgeable. You got kind of Darth and Jay Giggs, who are both really funny, really entertaining content. Very different again. And then Kizzle, I guess Kizzle is probably who I feel like my content is most similar to in terms of, very kind of end game focused in general, and it's kind of there to try and walk people through how they can improve their gameplay. So yeah, and then I've got a number more, I've got loads more, but this is probably the ones that I kind of was influenced most by as I was kind of building my own YouTube channel. So just wanted to give them a bit of a shout out. I guess there's been a few things that have happened in the game over the last few days, so I'm just going to quickly go into some of those things, and then I'm going to get into the giveaway for my 5k subs. So obviously we've had the fusion going on. I mean, there's been a number of kind of different minor errors. Are they minor, are they major? I don't know. Just human errors from Plarium over the last few days, which has been, I think, quite stressful for some people. The thing I like about what they've tried to do to bounce back is they are throwing some free gifts at people. Twice now we've had in the last week. We've had a legendary book, we've had some chickens, we've had some brews, a few shards. I gave away void shards in this one, which if you haven't got in to collect yours yet, go and collect it. They only last for 7 days, and coming up for Christmas, there's a good chance that people are not going to be logging in so much. So go and collect your freebies. It's well worthwhile. We've also had a actually, I'm not sure if it's shown in the news here. Oh, here it is, yeah. We had some rebalancing. Black Knight, actually my son's got Black Knight, and finally this guy feels like he might be relevant. So some good changes here for Black Knight. I'm not going to go into every champion because actually you can read the differences, but this makes Black Knight pretty viable. There's some minor changes here. The ones which I really like, Erinius, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is a really good change for her, and I think now she's probably clan boss viable with her change. So I'm interested to try her out actually and see if she's worth putting into my poison setup, which I did I happened to do a video on it right as this balance update was landing. So annoyingly, my timing was off. But yeah, she might now be viable for clan boss. I really like the change to Marksman. So again, if you're kind of mid-game, I think he's pretty viable now. I think as you get towards Nightmare and Ultimate Nightmare, he's probably not that viable still because his turn meter increase kind of throws off speed tuning, and I'm a big fan of speed tuning. But if you're not in that place, then I think he could be pretty useful. The rest of them, okay, it's good that they've improved the power on a few, but they're my main ones really to kind of call out. We've also just had a little bit of a rebalance to Faction Wars. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through a team in Faction Wars. That's probably not a good example. Let's do these guys. I was pretty much maxed out in terms of how far I could get through Faction Wars before today, and with the teams that I've got running. So I've just gone in, used my first 4 keys of the day, and immediately I've advanced another level, albeit it was only a 1-star, but I did that on auto. And that's the level there with the Arbiter and all those guys. So it strikes me as, again, they've kind of done this tweak, and I think they've done it in the right sort of way. So I'm just going to run it on auto and see if I can also get past one more stage, just kind of live for the video. If you see here, pretty much what I've got is crowd control, team support, 2 people for damage, and then 1 person for general utility. But I'm definitely clearing these waves way easier. I'm barely taking any damage. I've got through wave 1 pretty much with no problem at all. By this stage in other efforts, I think I probably would have already have lost my Azure. So she's probably going to die in this at some stage. She's a bit squishy, but I'm definitely. I mean, you can just see here how much easier it is to take down these waves. They're not even getting hits. They're much slower. And actually, yeah, I've got pretty clutch Umbral in here, just blocking all of their buffs, which is nice. But yeah, so it feels like this time the tweak which Player made, which Raid have made, is much better. So that's good. So if I was, what I would say is, if I was you, get back onto your faction wars, because these glyphs make a big difference. If you can get your team glyphed up with an extra sort of +2s, +3s across the board, and you might have seen when I've done my takeover videos, but it just makes a massive difference to the amount of damage you can put out, the amount of speed tuning that you can do. Yeah, it's really useful. So don't kind of sit on faction wars and think it's still a non-point of the game. Looks like I'm going to clear this level, possibly 3-star it, and quite easily actually. You know, the fact that I'm doing it on auto when before on manual I was getting nowhere near it. I think it says a lot. So I've got what, 2 legendaries in this lineup, 3 epics, but none of these champions are geared to the nails. It's literally I've thrown on gear that I've had laying around. It's good gear. I've geared people so that I can do the content, but none of these champions are in like insane gear. I've got insane setups, so I can definitely get further than this as well. Am I going to 3-star it is the question. Oh, I'm not. 1 person at the end. Unbelievable. But yeah, so look, and then at this sort of level, you then get a 4-star glyph, which, you know, if that's a speed glyph, I think that's also, let me just have a look. I think you've also got the chance to get better than that. Yeah, up to 5-star here, and I'm not far off now getting the possibility of a 6-star. So I'm going to crack on with Faction Wars over the next few days, but what it means is you start to be able to get some of these rewards again. So, you know, another book here for me off that. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, what's everyone here for? Let's do a giveaway. So, as I said, 5k subs, really chuffed with that. What I'm going to do as my giveaway, similar to what I'd done last time, I've just had so much enthusiasm and requests come in for the account takeovers, way more than I ever could have imagined, to be honest. And I'd probably get on Discord, I don't know, 15 messages a day to say, please come and do my account. And I clearly can't get to everybody. Each of these account takeovers takes me 5 hours, maybe more sometimes. And yeah, clearly when you've got a family and you've got another job and all that type of stuff, you can't just kind of keep rocking into everyone's account. So what I'm going to do for this one is 2 free account takeovers. Both winners will be chosen randomly from my YouTube subscribers. So what I need you to do is, on this video, I need you to like the video. I need you to write a comment on the video. Anything is fine. If you put multiple comments, you won't get multiple picks. I've got a program that will just select randomly 1 user at a time. So yeah, like it, put a comment on it. Perhaps a comment around what you've liked most about the account takeover videos. And then what I'm going to do is choose somebody at random, or choose 2 people at random on Sunday. So that's about 36 hours from now. And those winners will get an account takeover at the time that suits them. And they'll also get 400 gems in their account as a bit of a bonus Christmas present. What I would say is, this account takeover only works if you've got a decent amount of gear farmed and a decent amount of silver in the bank. I can't do anything. I actually logged into one guy's account and he had 230,000 silver. I logged in, I was like, mate, I'm going to be able to move 4 pieces of gear and level nothing. It's impossible for me to improve your account. And if you've seen some of the videos I've done, sometimes I can burn through 20 to 30 million silver to get it to the right place. clearly I worked with what I've got, but if you want to get the most out of this type of opportunity, then the more gear you've got farmed, the more silver you've got in the bank, the better the job I can do. But what we'll do is I'll message you once I've picked the winners. We'll agree a good time for you guys, and we'll crack on with it. So, again, thanks very much for all the subscribers, and yeah, look out for my next video. Cheers, guys.